Happy Monday, everybody. Just a quick pop up. You know, I'll pop up in a heartbeat. Just give y'all a little time to come in because you know I just be popping up. Just ride with me. On my way to my second home. On my way to my second home. Just want to chat it up with you guys. Talk about a few things. Lifetime, radio stations, phone calls. Just want to chat with y'all just real quick. You know, I do pops up, so decided to pop in on you guys. Hi, Miss Pat. Hi, Lisa. You know, I'm like popcorn. I pop up on y'all. You know, I don't know all going on. You know, I'm headed to my second home. So I decided, you know, let me chat with you guys so I won't be going crazy, you know, in this rush hour that we have here in Houston. So I won't be cursing, you know, because that's what I'm trying to do in 2023. Not curse so much. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Sometimes this thing do be acting up a little bit and be acting up. Can y'all hear me talk? Let me know if you can hear me. So let me get to the nitty gritty, guys. You know, I have a client. She's a scientist, right? And she always, you know, call and be like, let me ask her because I know she know a lot about what's going on. And so with her, hi Vad, how you doing? Good morning, happy Wednesday. With my client, she asked me about Joy. She said Joy had a baby by R. Kelly. I was like, girl, she had no baby. So she went to laughing. She said, well, I thought she had a baby. Maybe she had, you know, had it frozen or something like that. I said, no. I said, Robert spoke on that. And he said that she doesn't have a baby. So I was giving her some updates. She said, so what's the update? So I was telling her about the Lifetime Alive, and she didn't even know. She said, when? Where? Like, so a lot of people not even knowing about this Lifetime Alive. I said, girl, they aired it like all that night. And she was like, She said, for what? Like, the man is in jail. She said, this is nothing about, it's just money. It's about money. So I told her about the I guess it's Natasha Shimon. I said he called the radio, called this guy that's over these other people, you know, radio personalities. And I said the woman that put the information out on her platform, she had like 200 and some people on her platform. And I said now it's like 10,000. I said she reached Natasha, and you know, congratulations to her and stuff like that. But as we were talking, it did make a lot of sense to me. What my client was saying to me, you know, she's really, really smart. She said 200 and some, you know, 200 plus followers. That's all she had, and he wanted to get the message out. And I said, yeah. And so she and I was looking to see who else is over whatever the guy's name, Rick, you know, who's Rick's, you know, people who he work, you know, who works with Rick in their platform. Do they have a big platform? Is their platform bigger than Natasha? Did he give her the exclusive so her platform can grow? And you know, we was like, you know, the only way I knew about it is Robert's supporters, you know, sent it to me. And that's how a lot of the people got the information because Robert's supporters, you know, passed the information along. And so she was like, so he didn't have anyone of the people that actually support him to put this information out, you know, to share this information. And I said, well, no, I said, the lady, I said, I don't know too much about her platform, but she has different, you know, people on her platform, you know, things like that. She said, but her platform didn't grow until Robert supporters started coming on there, right? I said, that's mainly how it works and how a lot of these people platforms grow is if they need some more numbers, they'll talk about Robert Sylvester Kelly. And Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters like come over so they can see, you know, what they're talking about with Robert Sylvester Kelly. And so I said, I'm not understanding, you know, I know Robert behind bars and he don't know the who is who. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure Keith knows who he can point Robert to speak to or reach or Keith reach out to someone with a bigger platform and say we need to get this out there. Or talk to Bill Cosby's, you know, A&R, I mean spokesperson and see if he can direct him to someone he could speak to the people and put that information out there. Can he call in at a big platform with the mainstream media and put the information out there? You know, let the people know how he was wrongfully, you know, done. If we believe in the system and the system's supposed to be in order, and everybody was like, well, he broke the rules. What rules are they saying he broke? He went through the system for the system to make that decision, right? They say we shouldn't make these kind of decisions like this, right? So if Robert feels like he is on, you know, due process and he was done wrong, why not? You know, when we say we have the best legal system and everybody deserves the right to have a fair trial, why not everybody? It just, you know, keep Robert out your mind, but speak on how the system, legal system, is working here. We got people in the system that's cheating someone. Due process, right to a fair trial, and that's what needs to be discussed. Um, Tracy, she has a, you know, a good following. You know, she's very well spoken. You know, reach out to her, reach out to as many people as he can. And, you know, I know he said Joy want to speak to him in those minutes. He don't have a lot of minutes, but get keys to organize these people and call different platforms, speak on these different platforms to get out the information. You know, that's what we were talking about. So she asked me how I don't see y'all comments popping up anymore, so I don't know if this thing is working right. Y'all don't really know how this thing goes. Taking pictures of myself. So what needs to happen if he wants to get the word out, talk about it. Even Boosie, you know, Boosie have his way of putting things out there. Talk to Boosie. Like even talk to Boosie on his IG. You know, people watch Boosie. Um, Speak to people that's, you know, fighting for the right to a fair trial and due process. Jennifer Bunjean works in this field and she know a lot of people. Hey, Big Red and Stand Up to Be Counted. Jennifer Bunjean, like speak to Jennifer, like, you know, can you get me on some platforms where they have, you know, a lot of followers and people can listen and, you know, just let them know, hey, this is not about me right now. This is about due process, a right to a fair trial, and what happened with the legal system. The legal system is broken and it needs to be fixed. Because it can be you next. If they can come in and do me this way, they can do you that way. You know, everybody has a right to a fair trial. So there's other ways, and you know, I wasn't really thinking about it, but in the back of my mind, I was when people told me that this woman, Natasha Shimon, is going to be putting out the auto. And I said, well, they said that he been doing Rick for a long time. I said, well, if he been doing Rick for a long time, is Rick getting Natasha Simone the exclusive? So, so she can speak on it. I don't know. I'm just like I'm just like everybody else. I'm trying to figure it out because, like I was telling my client, this Natasha Simone, she only had like 200 and some followers. She's very well spoken. She's from New York. Um, Great grammar, and things like that. Um, I don't. I'm trying to understand why Rick works with her. I know Rick works with her, but what we were saying, Miss Fat, when I looked at her platform, she only had like 200 and some people, and then the people that came over and helped her grow was Robert Sylvester Kelly supporters by passing the information to everybody else, and then once she spoke on Tasha K, Tasha K, had some things to say, about it. And so some people of hers probably went over to see what she had to say after the fact, because that's when her platform grew to 10,000. But what we're saying, Robert needs bigger platforms, bigger, mainstream media to take it on. A lot of people don't want to talk about it anymore. People are burnt out, but he has supporters that constantly talk about it, constantly, try to put this in people's face, constantly try to remind people of how he was done, and things like that. But he needs at least two big platforms that he can get his information out there to, as far as due process. Uh, I have been working on myself, trying to get myself well. Like I'm going to my second home, but I do my best try to get information out, and a lot of people do, that's not following the case. They always call me. A lot of people call me to see what's the new information on this. And like I said, they didn't even know anything about surviving the lies. And I was so happy about that. I said, it's not even worth looking at, baby. She said, oh my gosh. She's like, people, it's a money thing now. Like, these people looking at it like, it's all about money. These people they want money. It's all about money. So they looking at money now. It's all about the money. And everybody that's speaking on it, they either need to get views up, need to have something to talk about. YouTube be on you. Hey, it's time for you to get your views up. Your views are dropping and things like that. So you have people that use Robert's name to get views. So I don't know a lot that's going out here on the streets because like I said, I've been working on myself. Okay, let me see what you're saying because I'm actually driving.
Nonsense about the storm. Show how that we broadcast. MSK always children for the mothers share with show how that we broadcast.
Okay, but see, okay, just say ordinary people, just say me, right? I ain't no ordinary person, but because I'm following, but I'm not to the point where I'm just following everybody, or I'm not to the point where I'm just like hey, he's talking about R. Kelly, and I don't follow the guy. So what I'm saying, it has to be a bigger platform. It has to be something where they're talking about due process. They're talking about, the right to a fair trial, and they said, well, okay, this is what's going on, and they, talk about Robert, or they talk about somebody else, you know, the fair, right to a fair trial. People look at it like, hey, we need to look at this as we're here in America, and even R. Kelly, no matter how you feel about him, deserved the right to a fair trial. He deserved the right to speak to his attorneys without people, you know, putting that information out there. This can happen to you, and add more people that's going through the legal system, to take uh, this out of just looking at R. Kelly and the hate that y'all have for him. So it has to be somebody like that, unbiased. Thing, because, like, I really don't, for real. The only way I get the information, that's why I said, if something come up, y'all feel free to text the information to me. I'll take a look at it. My health come first, and a lot of people are in their feelings. His supporters in their feelings about the letters that's supposed to be, the email that's supposed to be going around about them. Don't talk about the attorney, don't do this and don't do that. And a lot of people reached out to me and they feel some kind of way, and they're like, well, if he feel that kind of way, what he needs to be talking about, Sharon Winbush talked about his attorneys. I said, I'm TBD and he's RSK, and if I see something that's not right, I'm just gonna speak on it. I'm gonna speak on it. I'm going, if the attorney, I don't see anybody talking about Jennifer Bungini. Is he talking about, what's his name? Shabazz, the only one that I see bashing her. I said, I didn't read the email. I'm doing what I can do, and you know, it is what it is. I'm doing this because of prayer trial due process. So I'm going to speak. I don't need nobody to tell me how to speak and who to not to say something to. And if somebody's doing something out the way that's wrong, if I speak on it, I'm speaking on it. Some people might like what I say or don't like what I say. I said, well, it's 4 years. I've been in this 4 years, and Robert should have came out and said that years ago. Okay, I've been 4 years in this talking, and if I see something that I don't like, I'm gonna speak on it. I don't care if it's who it is, a family member, a childhood friend, a god sister, a play sister. I don't care. If they did something they don't have no business doing and it's not right, I'm gonna speak on it. It is what it is. I'm gonna speak on it.
Numbers came on the board as one of the healthcare about litigation methods, often emergency department.
Yeah,
Or meetings.
yeah,
She'll call them broadcast.
and you know what, too, Miss Fat. When I listened to him and when he spoke on Sharon Winbush, it was basically saying, I don't deal with Sharon Winbush right now, but she's writing me and she's passionate about trying to help me. He basically said, I will talk to the devil if I need to get out of this situation. So right now, the way Robert talking, he is desperate. He will talk to anyone. But what I'm saying here, he paying people, you know how he got eyes out here. Get Jennifer Bunchine, get Keith to get pull up some bigger platforms, people, bigger platforms, and tell them, hey, no matter how you feel about Robert, this is our legal system here that's not right, and we need to speak on this. He wants to speak to you. Just stop put how you feel about him out of the equation. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's why I don't care whatever, but she'll have a healthcare. Nobody
Okay. And see, that's the thing. We take things the wrong way. Okay. What I am saying here, I was talking about, she asked me the question, and I'm just talking about what she said. And we were speaking on that. I said, girl, I said, at this point, I said, Robert is really desperate about getting the information out there. What we spoke on is getting big platforms for him to speak on the situation, for him to get his information out there. He don't have to put it on my platform. We shared information. We share the information. We put it out there, just like his documentary. We put it out there. What I'm saying, um, getting bigger, more bigger platforms to get the information out. Let it be trending. Once it's trending and everybody's speaking on this due process, it's not right. No matter how I feel about this guy, we need to look into this. Get people to look into this. That's what we're saying here. Like I said, I don't. Y'all do. Y'all have time. I don't. And that's why I said, anybody got information, send it to me so I can look. I'm on so much medication right now. I'm pulling up at the hospital. I'm at the doctor's now 3 times. I'm going to therapy for a year. So I don't have time to be searching. I don't. But when somebody call me about something and ask me, and these are people that's not even following Robert, but they, you know, call me, or if they see something, it's a nurse. She said, I seen this thing about Joy being pregnant, and I'm like, no, the lady is not pregnant. She said, well, I said, let me call you because I know you own it, and I tell them, we can spread that information. Oh, yay! I got a parking spot up close. Hallelujah! Finally, these hospitals be getting the end. I gotta pay. Hold up. Oh Lord. Okay, come on, baby. Come on, cause you about to hit me. Finally got a parking spot up. But I'll pass the information around as much as I can. Um, I want to reach out to. I'm gonna reach out to Willie D. I'm gonna speak to Willie D. I'm gonna speak to um Scarface. I'm gonna speak to all these people and tell them about what happened. You know, people feel just because they volunteer to support Robert, they control what he says and what he don't say, and they feel entitled that he should go where they say go. No, ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody. I don't know. Supporters said that about he shouldn't go to a certain person. My client's a chemist, and she's not even on the bandwagon, the Robert Sylvester Kelly bandwagon, sweetheart. It's not that. Y'all get upset, y'all get emotional as his supporters, but y'all have to release this information out there. You guys, you have to get more people. You have to get more people. It's not about how his supporters feel. It never was about how we felt. Um, but give supporters credit, because the supporters, everybody wants to hear him speak. The supporters was we're talking about a person that's not a supporter. We're talking about how we can get people that's not supporting Robert to see the information, and that means get on different platforms. You got to get on a lot of different platforms, big platform. I think Robert Kelly made a gangster move. It's not about him not. My sister has a friend in Alaska after Erica appeared on the message, make it all the way to Alaska. Nobody knows the power of great spirit. We're talking about getting more people involved and get this movement going. make this movement big. That's what we're talking about. Getting how can we get the information to a lot of platforms. Ended up what TV saying, a bigger platform with non-bias storm is not fulfilled. Yeah, I mean, people entitled to think the way they think, and they take stuff and they take it out of character, and then y'all go to talking, y'all go, some of the supporters go to bashing and not getting the main thing that people are trying to tell you, and not getting the content right. And then you get the feeling, then people just like, okay, they shut down, forget it, I ain't got time. you know that's what a lot of people, what we do, listen to the message, get the understanding, get the whole content, and then go from there. There's a lot of people out here. I belong to a group myself that loves kill. They will never appear on a lot of channels. Well, that's what I'm saying. Is how we get it out. Other like the do a special on 60 Minutes. Do a special CAT scan. CAT scan. Just get in the salon and register. Okay. I am gonna get off, but I was trying to talk to y'all while I'm checking in. I'll talk to y'all while I'm checking in. But if I need, just like me, I'm trying to use myself for example, Sandra. Like how busy I am right now. If we want this, share it. Share it with me. I share it with somebody else. You have to get with the conclusion that, yeah, you have to get with people that's passionate about a right to a fair trial, due process, things like that. That's what you have to do. I even like here, I go to talking and I bring up the conversation. We'll talk about different things. We'll talk about due process and right to fair trial. And then I mention Robert's name. And then I'll be like, hey, listen to this, go on this and go on that. That's how you do it. I'm not saying Robert has a right to go to the moon and talk to the stars if he wants to. Ain't nobody said that. None of his people said that. None of the major gonna talk here, but I know who will. Yeah, I was saying like tell them, just explain to them, take that out of the equation. Let's talk about right to a fair trial, due process. That's what I'm talking about. So just you take the message and share it. A lot of information I don't get. I didn't know anything about a storm because I don't follow storm. Um, I try my best to see what's going on. I can be, like I said, I'm on a whole lot of medication and I'm doing my best. I don't want any credit. I just want to talk about. I look a hot mess. I didn't even feel like getting up today. I just look. Y'all just don't know how tired I am, but I'm still in the fight, and that's what we want Robert to do: get out and speak. But I'm just speaking on me. I don't need nobody telling me if something ain't right. I'm just gonna speak on it. He do him. I'm gonna do me over here. I'm gonna speak on the rights and the wrongs. I have myself, my family, people I know that has not been done right. We have to step outside the box sometimes. Yeah, we do. You have to step outside the box. That's what I was just saying. Talk to them. Just say, take, no matter if you feel how you feeling about Robert. Please take that out of the equation. Let's talk about our due process, our right to a fair trial. Well, y'all, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about this, right? And I'm not convicting Robert. Convinced he wrote that letter. Storm, definitely it's the purpose. But 99% of the bloggers too, they make it about themselves, not tell me she didn't get out on his platform. See, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna come back and we're gonna pause it on this end right here, and we're gonna talk about it later. But we'll talk about it when I get home. Yes, how you doing? Y'all have a good one.